Welcome to Magic Academy's Genius Blinker. It's episode 28, and things are getting mystical around here. The scene is set in a grand hall of the Academy, sunlight filtering through the tall windows, making it look like a place where real magic happens. A voice echoes through the hall, announcing that from today onwards, the students will be practicing proper magic. Exciting times ahead. Students stand in rows, their blue uniforms neat and tidy. Their instructor stands before them, ready to guide them into the world of magic. The instructor tells everyone to spread out and hold their taffs. Clearly, it's time to get down to business. Meet Varian, the magic defense lecturer. He's got that serious teacher vibe. The scene is set in a magical training ground where students are lining up and casting magic shield spells, trying to prove their mettle. We see a poised instructor, dressed to impress, looking on as these young wizards show off their skills. The students are in full swing, conjuring up their shields with impressive precision. One might say they're on fire, but with magic. An internal monologue from the instructor reveals there's quite the talent pool in this batch. It's like Hogwarts, but with a cooler dress code. The instructor reflects on the wisdom of arranging them by rank. Guess they've got a strategy behind all that magical chaos. Our instructor seems a bit puzzled, possibly noticing something intriguing. Probably wondering if he left the oven on, or if one of these students is about to blow his mind. The instructor's thoughts continue. There's a particular student who's got him all curious. You know it's serious when the instructor starts having aha moments. Spotlight on the infamous S-class student. The mystery deepens. Who is this kid? The suspense is real. Turns out this student's not just any wizard, but a commoner S-rank student. Talk about breaking stereotypes. This student, known for resonating with an upper-middle-class staff, is no slouch. Someone's not a fan of Baek-Yusul, and they're not shy about saying it. They wonder out loud why he's just standing there, doing nothing. Baek-Yusul stands face-to-face with someone whose face is blurred, creating an aura of mystery. The tension in the room is palpable. The conversation starts with a hesitant, leaving us hanging on what's to come. Baek-Yusul, looking all chill, explains his learning a different defensive technique, so basic magic isn't really his jam. He elaborates that his unique technique means basic magic is unnecessary for him. While someone's feeling a bit special, the mysterious person, now curious, acknowledges Baek-Yusul's claim of having his own defensive technique. Their intrigue is evident. The thought bubble reveals skepticism about Baek's claim. The person thinks it be understandable if Baek were learning elite magic like Princess Hong Bian, but doubts a commoner could pull off such a feat. A continuation of the skeptical thought, questioning how Baek, being a commoner, could learn something extraordinary. Rumors swirl that Baek-Yusul's magic skills are limited to blink. The mystery deepens about what he's really capable of. The last panel leaves us with an if so, implying there's more to Baek-Yusul than meets the eye. The scene opens with a request for a demonstration of an incredible defensive technique, directed towards a character with a blurred face. The requester, a young man with brown hair and a serious expression, seems eager to showcase this technique to the students. Next, we see a mysterious figure facing away, possibly the one being challenged to perform the demonstration. The room seems to be filled with anticipation, as two well-dressed individuals are locked in conversation. Now, the focus shifts to an individual, likely the opponent for this demonstration. The young man, with medium-length brown hair and sharp eyes, stands with a composed demeanor, ready for what's to come. The crowd murmurs as someone mentions that a B-class opponent named Morso would be a suitable choice for this demonstration, hinting at the skill level expected. Three students, standing in the background, watch with a mix of curiosity and competitive spirit, dressed in their school uniforms. The tension in the air is palpable. The atmosphere takes a dramatic turn as the scene shifts to a dark, suspenseful tone, foreshadowing the intensity of the upcoming demonstration. Finally, we get a close-up of a student with long, flowing red hair and sharp blue eyes. His confident smirk suggests he's eager to take. The lecturer of defensive magic is having a moment of reflection. Those deep thoughts about making connections at the school. Connections are key, especially when you're trying to stick around. Morso Dorden from the Scalvan Empire gets a mention, and apparently it's a good move to leave him with a stellar impression. Our mystery lecturer asks, "What do you think?" to the blurred-faced character. We're left hanging, wondering what the answer will be. The lecturer thinks it'll be great for Morso Dordan if he can pull off some impressive magic against an S-class student. We're talking about making waves in the magic community, folks. The character in the frame agrees with the casual Grakes. Sure, why not? The page is just a blank space. Maybe it's the calm before the magical storm. The lecturer requests someone to step onto the platform. It's time for action, and the stage is set. A grand room is revealed, with two characters standing on an ornate platform, ready for what seems like a magical showdown. An audience is gathered around the platform, creating an atmosphere of anticipation. We're introduced to a new character with piercing eyes, possibly sizing up the competition. The hallway drama is heating up as Morso is egged on by his peers to completely squash someone, making sure it's a public spectacle. Morso, with a sly grin, assures them that he's got this under control, just asking them to wait and watch. Meanwhile, in the corner of the scene, a calm and collected student spots the commotion. Realizing the troublemaker is from Uslek and Raiden's group, he muses on how petty they are. He looks unfazed, a bit amused even at the small-mindedness of these young lads. Reflecting on his current situation, our mysterious student admits that he's only attending this class because it's mandatory. Magic isn't in his toolkit, so it's not like he has many options. Yet, this doesn't seem to bother him much. As the scene unfolds, our introspective student remembers the reputation of Varian, who's been a bit of a legend since the first-year incident. It seems like history is about to repeat itself, and he's quietly observing from the scene opens with a young lad who's got that mischievous smirk. He's raring to go, and we're about to see just what he's got up his sleeves. Let's is all he says, and we know things are about to get interesting. Next up, we catch a glimpse of another character, possibly getting ready. There's tension in the air, like the calm before the storm. The young man stands tall, his attire crisp and sharp. He's confident, asking everyone to check out the results of his intense training. Seems like he's been working hard, and now it's time to show off. Hez ready to put his skills to the test, right here and now. The duel is set with clear rules, attack and defense turns, no magic outside of those turns. Sounds like a classic showdown, but with a twist. And just to make sure everyone's on the same page, you gotta stick to those magic-free rules. Morso is given the honor to kick off the duel. The anticipation is real, folks. Morso's got some mad skills, right? He's packing defensive moves like a pro, but here's the kicker. The dude's learned offensive Earth-class magic. That's a game changer. Looks like Morso's magic is gonna make it real tough to put up a decent defense. Everyone's feeling the heat, and they're bracing for what promises to be an epic showdown. Zooming in on our mysterious contender, this guy's got those intense eyes that scream, "I'm ready to rock." The air is thick with suspense. With a confident smirk, the anticipation builds as Morso gears up for the duel. His expression says it all. He's ready to unleash his newfound powers. The blurred-out face declares the readiness for the duel, adding a layer of mystery to this epic face-off. The tension is palpable. Two figures stand behind the speaker, their expressions a mix of surprise and apprehension. The atmosphere is buzzing as everyone gears up for what's coming. The duel is announced with a decisive call, sending shockwaves through the crowd. It's time to see who's got the chops to come out on top. Magic fills the air as the duel kicks off with a bang. Earth-class magic is flying around, and everyone's holding their breath. With power surging through the scene, the duel is in full swing. Morso's magic is a sight to behold, making the arena look like a mystical battlefield. The ground shakes and lights flash as the duel reaches its peak, leaving everyone at the edge of their seats. It's a showdown for the ages. In a bustling hall, a silver-haired student excitedly identifies a spell as second-rank magic. A student in a blue uniform appears surprised and a bit anxious about this breach of the rules, since only first-rank magic is allowed during basic practicals. Someone wonders aloud if Baek-Yusol will be all right amidst this magical chaos. The scene shifts, showing an arrogant S-class mage about to unleash a powerful attack called Doreen Stone Pierce. The green magic energy surges, creating a bright explosion. The scene bursts into motion, with a young man standing confidently amidst a chaotic swirl of green energy. The aura around him hints at an impending action, and he's clearly not here to play patty cake. As we zoom out, we catch a full view of our hero's sharp attire. The swirling energy seems to almost lift him off the ground, adding a touch of mystique to his whole vibe. A blank page, a moment of calm before the storm, just a flash of light, signaling the shift from green chaos to something new, something blue. Now the energy turns blue, our hero's hand grips a sleek weapon, glowing with power. It seems like he's ready to unleash some serious energy. A close-up of the weapon, shining with intensity. It's clear that something big is about to go down, and our hero is prepared for it. The background changes to a dramatic blur, indicating a swift movement. Is this guy a ninja or what? Back to the hero, his eyes focused, as he maneuvers through the energy with precision. The intensity of his gaze suggests he's locked onto his target. The stance changes, showing the hero in action mode. The energy swirls around his legs and the weapon in his hand, creating a scene of sheer power. Another blank page, a hint of transition. The scene is about to shift again. The scene opens with our protagonist, a dapper young dude with brown hair, caught in a fierce clash. Glass shards fly around him like confetti at a party gone wrong. The camera pans down, showing the reflection of the chaos on the polished floor, adding a touch of elegance to the mayhem. An older gentleman, possibly a mentor or just a very concerned citizen, looks on with beads of sweat trickling down his face. Clearly, he's not having a good day. Enter the blonde youth, sporting a look that screams, "What on earth is happening?" His eyes are filled with bewilderment, possibly wondering if he missed the memo on the day's events. A redhead, who clearly needs a hug, is having a panic attack. His magic just vanished into thin air, and he's in disbelief. "No way," he stammers. "My magic," he continues, sounding like someone who just realized they left their phone at home. With a dramatic pause, he questions the universe, disappeared, as if expecting an answer from the cosmos. Our main guy, the brown-haired swordsman, stands firm, looking every bit the hero. His expression is serious, and his outfit is impeccable, even amidst the chaos. The view shifts to his boots, emphasizing his readiness and determination. The floor beneath, a canvas. All right, so we're diving into a scene where folks are just straight up amazed because it seems like someone just cut magic with a sword. Yep, you heard it right. A sword slicing through magic. A character with a ponytail and dressed in a dark outfit is pondering this wild occurrence. There is another character, kind of hidden but with silver hair, also wrapped up in this mystery. He's wondering if slicing magic makes it disappear. Well, that's the big question, isn't it? The scene continues, and someone with a blurred face, dressed in a suit, enters the chat. He's skeptical. Like, does it really make sense for magic to just poof away from a simple slash? Doesn't sound right, does it? But wait, Aisselle's name pops up, and apparently he did make Morsos magic vanish. Talk about stirring the pot. How did he pull that off? Time for a little magic 101. Turns out, all magic has a path of mana, and if you can slice that path accurately, boom, magic extinguished. Cutting magic's mana path is like flipping the switch off. It's gone, baby. That's some skill right there. Then we see Aiselle, the one and only, in a magical spotlight. People are asking, Aiselle did that? Yep, he's the man of the hour. Finally, we get a full view of a character standing tall, holding a sword, possibly Aiselle himself. It's a bright and promising day for our protagonist. With a gleam in his eyes and a confident smirk, he marvels at his sword, thinking, it's better than I thought. The training sessions are finally showing results. Clutching his sword tightly, our hero muses about his progress. Although I can only barely manage to cut third-rank magic now. It was good that I practiced in the training hall for a few days without rest. Dedication, folks, dedication. This might be doable, he concludes, standing tall and ready to face whatever challenge lies ahead. The scene shifts to a spacious hall where he's poised with his sword. There's a sense of determination in the air as he prepares for the confrontation. Enter Morso, the opponent, and oh boy is he mad. Damn it, how dare a commoner cut my magic? His face says it all, frustration mixed with disbelief. The tension builds, and the atmosphere gets thicker with anticipation. Something big is about to unfold. There's an observer in the shadows, looking all serious and stoic. This is troublesome. If Morso loses here, it'll be annoying for me. Out on what looks like a fancy dojo floor, Bake Yuseol is getting some props for his defensive skills. The dude's standing there, probably feeling like a total boss. But the instructor's about to drop some wisdom bombs. The instructor, surrounded by a bunch of eager students, reminds Bake that while his method of deflecting attacks is solid, it's not foolproof. There's only so much you can swat away before you need a new game plan. Just when you think the instructor's done, he drops an ominous, for example, like he's about to show Bake what real trouble looks like. Bake's face says it all. He's hit with the realization of what an overwhelming attack might look like. It's like that moment when you realize you forgot to study for the big test. Things get a bit dramatic, with some intense shadows creeping in, setting the stage for whatever the instructor's planning to demonstrate. The instructor's smirk is the kind that says, "I know something you don't," leaving Bake feeling a bit on edge. It's the kind of grin that makes you wonder if you should have brought a helmet. The tension is thick, almost as if the air itself is holding its breath. What's coming? Only the instructor knows, and Bake's left hanging. Bake's inner thoughts reveal his frustration. It's like when someone says, "I told you so." As we zoom in, we catch a glimpse of an intense gaze. Our protagonist's eyes are wide open, filled with determination, or maybe a hint of fear. What's going on in their mind? We'll have to see. The tension builds with an ominous sound effect. Something big is about to go down. More sound effects fill the air, heightening the suspense. Whatever's happening, it's definitely not a quiet event. Bam! We're hit with a stunning visual of glowing green crystals floating around our protagonist. They're standing there, looking like they're about to unleash some serious magic. The background is a whirlwind of energy. From behind, we see our protagonist poised and ready, the aura of green light surrounding them, making them look like a supernatural force to be reckoned with. The energy intensifies, flooding the scene with a vivid green hue. It's like we're about to witness a magical explosion. Our protagonist is in full action mode, wielding a glowing sword with a fierce expression. They're ready to take on whatever challenge lies ahead. The intensity doesn't let up, with green light and energy still dominating the scene. It's a full-on magical showdown. Observers in the background express their concern. "Wait, isn't that too much?" they ask, worried about the protagonist's well-being. Another observer questions why the professor isn't stepping in to stop the duel, hinting that things might be getting out of hand. The scene kicks off with a dramatic declaration. "This will end things." That's a bold statement, isn't it? You know stuff's about to go down when someone drops a line like that. The next panel reveals a determined character with a wild grin and fierce green eyes. This dude looks like he's ready to rock the boat, bringing some serious energy into the mix. Energy is crackling through the air like static before a lightning storm. You can feel the tension building. Something big is about to happen. Boom, Belier Stonepierce. Sounds like a move you'd use when you mean business. The scene is filled with vibrant colors and motion as rocks seem to fly through the air. A lone figure stands amidst the chaos, looking pretty cool and collected despite the energy swirling around them. This person definitely knows how to handle the heat. The camera zooms in, capturing the steely gaze of this mysterious character. Those glowing yellow eyes seem to pierce through the chaos, focused and unyielding. The focus shifts down to the character's mouth, silent yet powerful. This guy's not just a pretty face, there's something intense brewing within. A flash of light, and the scene goes blindingly white. It's like the climax of a blockbuster movie, leaving us hanging on the edge of our seats. And there you have it, folks. Remember to check out Asura scans for the fastest releases. Until next time, keep your eyes peeled for more epic battles and intriguing stories. Whoa, check out those intense green eyes. Our hero is definitely not having a chill day. He's caught off guard by a blinding force, and you can practically feel the tension rising as he gears up to face whatever is coming his way. As the scene intensifies, green energy stones dart toward him. With a quick mental calculation, he identifies 11 of them. Talk about a rock in a hard place moment. Seems like he's cooking up a plan. If he can't blink or slice, there's got to be another way, right? His mind races, and bam, he decides to block all of them. That's one way to flex your skills. Our dude swings into action, ready to take on the stones head-on. It's like watching an epic dance of power and determination as he prepares to block the incoming barrage. The scene fades to gray, leaving us on the edge. The tension is palpable as our protagonist's eyes widen with surprise and frustration. They're in the midst of a heated moment, gritting their teeth and letting out a guttural sound, "Cuke." Clearly, something unexpected has thrown them off their game. From a bird's-eye view, we see the battlefield where the protagonist stands, looking small but determined. The environment buzzes with energy and tension as they ponder the unexpected turn of events. The protagonist is in disbelief. Their strongest spell, the one they were so sure would turn the tide, has been blocked with ease. The shock of it all is almost too much to handle. Off-screen, a voice calls out, frustrated and impatient, "Damn it, Morso, what are you doing?" It seems there's more going on here than just the fight. Morso, looking pretty concerned, is caught in his own thoughts. If the protagonist loses, it's not just their problem. It looks like Morso's got some skin in the game too. A mysterious figure, likely Morso, is seen with a blurred face, casually explaining that they just tried copying a technique from another game. Apparently, it works, and they're quite nonchalant about it. The technique, dubbed panning, is explained in detail. It sounds fancy, but there's a catch. It requires a hefty amount of mind power, and using it could leave you feeling like you just ran a marathon. The explanation continues, highlighting the technique's limitations in actual combat. It's not as strong defensively when dealing with multiple threats, what a relief that this is just a duel. In the grand arena, the air is thick with anticipation as our young protagonist faces off against a formidable opponent. Both are clad in sleek, dark outfits, ready to show off their magical prowess. The young man stands confidently, his brown hair tousled like he's just rolled out of bed, but there's no mistaking the intensity in his eyes. He's all business, ready to take on his opponent, who wields a sword with a mix of grace and aggression. As the duel heats up, the opponent reveals a hidden weapon, fingers twitching over some sort of magical device. The young man remains unfazed, ready to counter whatever comes his way. Spectators murmur in awe, questioning the opponent's strange magical shield. It's something they've never seen before, adding an extra layer of mystery to the unfolding battle. The tension escalates as the crowd predicts Morso. The opponent might be in trouble at this rate. The young man seems to have the upper hand, but the duel is far from over. Morso grits his teeth in frustration, clearly not accustomed to being outmatched. His pride takes a hit, and he's determined to turn the tables. An internal monologue reveals Morso's disdain for being bested by someone he considers beneath him. The determination in his eyes is matched by the swirling, fiery magic around him. Morso channels his magic into his weapon, the air around him crackling with raw energy. It's clear he's not going down without a fight, and he's ready to unleash his full power. Confusion sets in among the spectators. They wonder if Morso is attempting another magical move, despite the young man's previous success in countering them. In the midst of all this, an authoritative figure announces that Morso's attack turn is over, causing a stir among the onlookers. Faces are a mix of relief and anticipation for what comes next. The young man, unfazed by the announcement, seems to relish the challenge. He's encouraged to keep attacking, showing no signs of backing down in this thrilling duel. The scene is on fire as someone with fierce determination and wild hair challenges Aiselle, shouting for him to prepare himself. It's like a showdown is about to go down, and you can almost hear the dramatic music playing in the background. The challenger is not backing down, and with a glow of green energy, they declare they won't let Aiselle escape this time. It's like watching a live-action anime with superpowers and all. Just when things are getting intense, the scene shifts to a calm moment with the word lecturer. It's like someone hit the pause button on the drama. A new face pops up, a man with a curious expression saying, "Huh?" He seems to be in a school setting, the lecturer perhaps. The focus shifts to a group of people, one of whom might be Jeremy, dressed in formal attire. It's a scene straight out of a school drama. Someone asks what's wrong with Jeremy, leaving us wondering if he's involved in the earlier chaos or if he's just having a bad day. Meet Jeremy, the man with blonde hair, glasses, and a calm demeanor. He looks like he might be the brains of the operation. The scene continues with Jeremy standing confidently, but what's on his mind? Is he pondering the chaos or something else? Someone is questioning why Baek isn't getting his chance to strike back. It's like a game where everyone's waiting for their turn. A man's face is blurred, leaving us with suspense. He seems startled as he says, "That's." The page opens with an intense expression. Someone is clearly shocked or frightened. It's like they've seen a ghost, or maybe just realized they forgot to turn off the stove at home. The scene transitions to a conversation highlighting that the duel happening is far from basic. The stakes are high, and there's a concern that someone might get seriously hurt. Sounds like a level up or get wrecked situation. Students are standing by, and some are clearly not impressed with the teacher's role in this mess. One student boldly remarks that the teacher has no right to be in their position. Ouch, that's gotta sting. The focus shifts to a lecturer who is lost in the duel and only now realizes they've ignored the students' reactions. It's like watching a movie and realizing you missed all the important plot twists. The dueling area is seen, with two figures standing in opposition. The tension is palpable as they prepare to face off. The lecturer, looking flustered and a bit sweaty, mutters "lecturer?" as if he's questioning his own existence or his job title. He stammers about changing the situation, clearly stressed, as if he's about to switch lanes without signaling. Suddenly, there's a flash of magic, and a shield is summoned, indicating that things are about to get magical. It's like a wizard just dropped into a street fight. There is a bright blue light, perhaps the magic shield in action, ready to protect, or maybe just putting on a light show. The dueling Baek wins. The silence that follows is deafening as the crowd processes what just happened. Eyes wide, jaws dropped, it's a moment of pure disbelief and awe. A close-up of the defeated opponent, a look of shock etched across his face as Baek stands tall, proving Hez the real deal. Wow, in the end, Baek won. The crowd can't believe it, but the proof is in the pudding. The dude's got skills. Hez more impressive than I thought. Whispers fill the air as spectators come to terms with what just went down. Baek a name that won't be forgotten. A sly smile appears on the face of a spectator, clearly impressed by what they just witnessed. Baek victory has left a mark. Sudden and dramatic vibes as the scene sets the stage with a loud sound effect, hinting at an intense moment about to unfold. The aftermath of a confrontation reveals a bloodied scene with someone on the ground while a figure stands over them, adding a mysterious vibe. A blonde-haired character, seemingly in pain or surprise, makes a sound, suggesting a tense encounter. Though the face is blurred, the character is dressed smartly in a white shirt, hinting at a role of significance. The scene widens as the blonde character calls out to Verajan, standing apart in the room, with tension lingering in the air. Verajan responds affirmatively, her posture showing readiness to act. With a smirk, the blonde character casually mentions that his friend looks pretty hurt, hinting at a deeper drama. His request for Verajan to check on the injured person is laced with sarcasm, as he expresses that he'd be very sad if things go wrong. Verajan acknowledges the request, showing understanding and readiness to comply. Verajan and the blonde character share a moment, a subtle exchange that hints at their complex relationship. Verajan reflects on the word friend used by the blonde character, pondering its implications and the nature of their bond. Welcome to the Skalunda Empire, where magic isn't just a party trick, it's your ticket to the throne. The Empire's all about magic, and if you're not a wizard, well, you're just not in the running for the crown. Meet our main man, Crown Prince Jeremy Scalvin. This kid isn't just any prince. He snagged the crown at age 12 by out-magicking his siblings. Talk about sibling rivalry. Jeremy stands tall and proud in front of the throne, a reminder that he's the top dog in this magical kingdom. Has not one to mess with, as the Dordan family found out when their lack of loyalty got them booted from the political scene faster than you can say abracadabra. Jeremy's got his eye on someone who isn't singing his praises, which means bad news for the Dordan family. They're out like yesterday's news. But wait, there's more. It's not just about the political world. Jeremy's got his royal sights set on a commoner, Baek Uh-oh, things are heating up. A girl with long gray hair and sharp brown eyes seems worried as she talks about Baekuseol's predicament. She spills the tea that catching Prince Jeremy's eye is like catching a cold, unwanted, and definitely inconvenient. Poor Baekuseol. As if school wasn't hard enough, now he's got a royal headache to deal with. Meanwhile, the scene shifts to the school grounds, where students are blissfully unaware of the royal drama unfolding. All right, folks, picture this. A classroom buzzing with the sound of alchemy experiments. Students in white coats are busy working away, but the real buzz isn't just from the potions, it's from the latest hot topic, Baekuseol. This S-class student has got everyone talking, especially after he brought up chivalry. Who does that in a magic academy, right? Two students are having a chuckle over Baekuseol's antics. One of them can't believe the guy's trying to pull off chivalry here. But hold up, turns out Baekuseol isn't just talk. He managed to beat Morso from the Dorden family. Now that's something you don't hear every day. Looks like the Dorden family is a big deal in the Scalvan Empire, and Baekuseol's win against them is the talk of the town. Or rather, the talk of the academy. There's a girl in the crowd who's not too thrilled about all this chatter. Everywhere she goes, it's Baekuseol this, Baekuseol that. She's not looking for attention herself, but she's definitely not digging the vibe. She's feeling a bit ruffled, wondering just who this Baekuseol character really is. Why's he got everyone so worked up? In comes Mazen Tiran, the alchemy professor. He's got that let's get down to business vibe and is ready to drop some knowledge. Time to focus, everyone. Professor Mazen Tiran is laying down the alchemy law. It's all about accurate measurements, precise timing, and getting that temperature just right. Alchemy's no joke, folks. Meet the man himself, Alchemy Professor Mazen Tiran. This guy's got the look of someone who knows his potions from his poisons. He's got the classroom's attention and is ready to take. Today, the students are diving into the world of alchemy, focusing on the Tiran Fatigue Recovery Potion created by their teacher. They are instructed to focus as they practice their skills. A lineup of test tubes sits on the table, holding various liquids ready for experimentation. The students are gathered around, trying to get their alchemy game on. Amidst the alchemical chaos, Altisha finds herself frustrated, calling the process annoying. She's holding a test tube, clearly overwhelmed by the intricate process. Altisha knows the stakes are high. One wrong move, and everything could go south. She's acutely aware of the dangers involved in alchemy. Her internal struggle is evident as she thinks about how particular and difficult alchemy is, and she tries to avoid it when possible. Professor Mazen calls out Altisha, warning her about the dangers of her actions. It seems like Altisha might be in a bit of a pickle. The professor questions if Altisha can even call herself an alchemist, adding to the pressure and tension in the classroom. Feeling the heat, Altisha apologizes, recognizing the seriousness of the situation. She's trying to navigate the complexities of alchemy. A prophecy looms over Professor Mazen, hinting that he will one day blacken and become unruly. It's a dark forecast for the future. Altisha decides she needs more ingredients, determined to continue despite the challenges. The scene opens with a mysterious giggle from a girl. She seems amused, or perhaps slightly mischievous, as she surveys whatever lies before her. Things take a turn for the more enigmatic, with a swirling purple energy filling the space, setting the mood for something magical or maybe sinister. A man, clearly in his element, chuckles to himself. He's thrilled with whatever concoction he's brewing in this mystic lab, clutching a test tube with zeal. His excitement is palpable, and he's busy adding ingredients to his mix, fully absorbed in his own world of alchemical wonders. The girl's curiosity peaks as she wonders aloud about Baekuseol. What's his deal? Is he up to something more than just mixing potions? Her suspicions about Baekuseol's intentions are revealed. Initially, she thought he was trying to get close to Aiselle, but now she thinks otherwise. The girl concludes that Baekuseol might not be a romantic after all, but rather someone with more questionable motives. She's puzzled by what she's witnessed. Deciding to brush off her suspicions for now, she shifts her focus to gathering ingredients, ready to dive into her own magical endeavors. A blank space follows, perhaps indicating a pause or transition, leaving the viewers hanging in suspense. The scene transitions back to the lab setting, with bottles and beakers lined up, ready for the next phase of potion making. It's all about the alchemy vibes now. A close-up of the lab table, showcasing the red potion bottles, hinting at the magical possibilities brewing in this mysterious setting. With a sigh of relief, our girl wraps up her work, feeling accomplished thanks to Flame's top-notch academic skills. She wonders what Aiselle is up to, hinting at another character's involvement. She turns to see another character, a girl with long blue hair, busy with a test tube, indicating some serious lab work going down. Our blue-haired character is in her element, handling her science tools. She seems pretty decent at it, but wait, decently? There's a hint of doubt creeping in. Our protagonist seems a bit surprised at the decently remark. Maybe she's questioning the true skills of the blue-haired girl. The scene shifts to a mystical revelation as Aiselle stumbles upon some magical engineering notes belonging to Mela. It's like finding the treasure map to some epic secrets. Pages of arcane scripts and diagrams float around, while our blue-haired girl looks intrigued, holding on to the book like it's the key to unlock. Here's where the legend begins. With whispers of a student who once crafted a high-rank compatible potion in class, and the question on everyone's mind is, how did she pull it off? Cut to a mysterious girl with long silver hair holding a potion bottle with the grace of a potion master. She's cool, calm, and collected, and you can't help but wonder what's going on in her head. Meanwhile, another student is scratching his head, puzzled as to why the potion-making process looks so ordinary when it should be anything but. Enter Aiselle, a student with a determined look and a finger to his lips as if he's about to drop some serious potion knowledge. The teacher, clearly not amused, asks Aiselle who gave him the audacity to change the ingredients as he pleased. Uh-oh, somebody's in trouble. Aiselle, with a confident expression, explains that his method is more effective. Talk about having some serious guts. Things heat up as the teacher confronts Aiselle, questioning if the result is really the problem here. Uh-oh, this is getting juicy. The teacher points out that Aiselle's concoction isn't quite the potion that was ordered. Oops, looks like someone's creative liberties might have gone too far. Aiselle, looking a bit surprised, drops a simple, "What? Sometimes less is more." The tension builds as the teacher wonders aloud if Aiselle has somehow made something entirely. The scene opens with a smartly dressed young man rocking a pair of glasses that could probably see through time. He's got that "I know something you don't" look in his golden eyes. His brown hair seems to defy gravity, just like his enigmatic aura. Zooming in, we see him thinking, the quality potion that Aiselle was supposed to make. All right, now we're talking serious business. What's up with this potion, and why's it got our guy looking like he's solving the world's biggest mystery? A purple digital interface appears, heightening the sense of technological intrigue. Seems like we're about to dive into some high-tech alchemy. Finally, we see a call-out to asurascans.com, where this juicy tale is probably unfolding at lightning speed. The credits roll, leaving us hanging on the edge of our seats for what's next. In the midst of a scene where everything seems a bit off, a girl with long brown hair and an inquisitive look mutters to herself, "Something's strange." Her eyes dart around as if searching for the source of this peculiarity. Standing in the same room, she looks slightly perturbed. Her attire, a white blouse with a blue bow, suggests she's a student, possibly in a prestigious academy, but something's clearly on her mind. A mystery unravels as another student, whose identity is concealed by the angle, questions how Aiselle, a fellow student, managed to craft a quality potion, something Aiselle was supposed to excel at. The classroom atmosphere grows tense as the girl with brown hair stands in her lab coat, facing what seems to be a serious discussion. A figure in the foreground hints at a brewing confrontation. With a sigh, a well-dressed figure seems to express frustration. "You just won't listen." "Your attitude is a mess," he declares, suggesting a clash of expectations and rebellion in the air. Despite the blurred face, the posture and attire of the person indicate a position of authority, possibly a teacher or mentor, adding layers to the unfolding drama. The girl with brown hair listens to the cutting remark. "This is why commoners just won't do." Tsk. Her face displays a mix of defiance and reflection, hinting at deeper issues of class struggle. That remark, originally meant as, "This is why your family fell," tsk, echoes ominously, suggesting a past filled with hardships and judgment. Aiselle, with her long blue hair, stands across from the authoritative figure, wrapped in a moment that seems to weigh heavily on her shoulders. Her family history haunts her, the words a constant reminder of her loss. Aiselle's resolve seems to grow as she works tirelessly on her potion, driven by a need to prove herself. The scene shifts to a boy, speculating if Baekusol's actions were deliberate, maybe even to protect Aiselle from the biting critique of Professor Mason. Could his defiance be a shield for Aiselle? The question hangs in the air, leaving the room charged with unspoken intentions and complex relationships. The narrative leaves us pondering the unspoken words as the mystery deepens, and the character— All right, folks, we're diving into the drama at Stella, where Professor Mason is the big cheese. Apparently, if you tick her off, your grades might take a nosedive across other classes too. Sounds like a power trip, right? In this scene, we've got a character scratching their head, wondering what's up with this dude. Like, seriously, what's his deal? The mystery deepens as the question arises about why someone would go to such lengths for her. Is there some secret crush, or maybe a hidden agenda? The plot thickens. Uh-oh, here comes trouble. We've got a fiery lady demanding some answers with a woe. What's with your tone of voice? She's not playing around. Things are heating up, and now it's getting all bring your parents here immediately. Uh-oh, someone's in deep waters now. Our character's caught in a mental whirlpool, realizing, I'd forgotten. Seems like they were so deep into alchemy, they lost track of their troubles. The alchemist's dilemma. Our protagonist's brain is on overdrive, focusing on concoctions and forgetting about this messy situation. Boom, the revelation drops. I don't have parents. This just got real, folks. Our alchemist is in a pickle. And now we've got a blank slate, probably representing the stunned silence or a mental pause. The calm before the storm? Our mystery woman's face is blurred, but the tension is crystal clear. She's not about to let things slide. Seems like someone's resigned to their fate, thinking, well, I've already gotten on her bad side, so there's nothing I can do. Sometimes you just gotta roll with the punches. A light bulb moment. Our hero's got a plan, thinking, right, maybe a way to escape this jam. Potions and brews, baby. Our protagonist's mind wanders to future concoctions, kimchi potion and cola potion. That's one way to spice things up. And now we're left with some sparkles, a sign of hope or a brewing storm. Only time will tell. Welcome to the world of Magic Academy's Genius Blinker, a place where spells fly and wits are sharpened. Our tale kicks off with a dramatic title, setting the stage for a magical adventure. Time flies when you're having fun, or when you're at magic school. 30 days have passed, and everyone is settling into their routines. A few weeks have passed since the magical mayhem began. The academy is bustling as students continue to hone their skills and occasionally get into trouble. Baekuseo, the man, the myth, the legend, or at least he likes to think so. His name echoes through the halls, signaling either admiration or impending doom. Students in their sharp academy uniforms gather, creating an atmosphere of anticipation. Who will rise to the top, and who will fall behind in this magical journey? The professor is not having it. I've told you repeatedly, they say, don't use ingredients I haven't taught you. Looks like someone is in hot water. Enter the rebellious genius, Baekuseo, with his stylish glasses and confident aura. He's got a point to make, but I'm creating better results by slightly altering your compositions. Oh snap, someone's got some explaining to do. Useol's words hang in the air, leaving the professor speechless. The tension is palpable, and all eyes are on our daring protagonist. A close-up of Useol's determined gaze, his eyes reflecting his resolve. You can almost see the gears turning as he plots his next move. Meanwhile, somewhere within the academy, a mysterious document reveals the dark undercurrents at play. The name Mason Tyran appears, hinting at a sinister plot. The document continues, detailing the dark demon erosion progress and confirming a dark demonization. Trouble is brewing, and it's only a matter of time before it bubbles to the surface. Our shadowy figure, the professor, is pleased with the progress. Good, the progress is going well, just as planned, they muse ominously. What dark plans are they hatching? With determination in their— Welcome to Episode 8, where we're diving deep into the abyss with the dark demon erosion boss, Mason Tyran. This ain't your regular villain. She's packing some serious darkness, folks. Oh snap, someone's losing the battle against their inner demons and transforming into one of the baddies through this ominous, dark demonification. It's like a villain origin story in real time. Behold the terrifying visage of the newly transformed dark demonic human. With wings and horns like that, she's not just embracing the darkness, she's making it her fashion statement. So here's the deal. When this dark demon erosion hits 90%, it's game over. You're a full-blown dark demonic human. But keep it under 50% and nobody can tell through magic. It's like a stealth mission of evil. Professor Mason's erosion progress is chilling at 21%. Not exactly a cause for celebration, but it's not panic mode yet. We've still got time before things go south. Reporting her as a dark demonic human is a no-go. The magic ain't gonna confirm it. It's like trying to prove someone's a vampire without garlic and steaks. Strategy time. The plan is to keep poking at her until her erosion surpasses 50%, then call in the Dark Demon Assassination Squad. Sounds like a risky business. In most cases, you could reverse Dark Demon erosion before things get seriously spooky. But not this time. The dark seeds are already sprouting, making it irreversible. Mason's not just any Dark Demon contractor. She willingly shook hands with a dark demonic entity. Talk about making a deal with the devil, literally. With the dark demonic seeds taking root, reversing her transformation is off the table. It's like planting a garden of evil. No going back now. A mystical crystal hovers ominously, probably a symbol of Mason's irreversible transformation. And no, it's not one you want to put on your mantle. The 4th episode hasn't even started, but Mason's already flexing her dark boss muscles. Preparations are in order to tackle this powerhouse. Time's ticking. If preparations aren't made, Mason's gonna turn students into dark demonic humans, bringing chaos to the school. Stella, brace yourself. Mason's threat level is rising, with the potential to turn students into dark demonic humans, endangering Stella and the entire establishment. The dialogue kicks off with a student remarking on another's unchanged attitude, probably hinting at some history between them. It's like they're saying, "Hey, you're still the same stubborn goat?" A couple of students are discussing academic achievements, and the spotlight is on Alchemy. One of them, maybe the teacher, warns the students not to expect good marks in Alchemy. This could be a school of hard knocks situation. Meet our main guy here, looking all thoughtful and serious. He's got those signature anime glasses, which means he might be a smart cookie or just trying really hard. Here we have some classmates hanging around, probably sizing each other up for this group project. Can you feel the tension in the air? The student decides that it's better to focus on muscle building than drawing attention, as it might prevent further damage. He seems like he's trying to dodge the limelight. With a skeptical expression, a student thinks about group projects and how they never seem to go as planned. It's like the dread of every student combined. A practical exam comes as a surprise, and our bespectacled hero seems to be partnered with a blue-haired girl. You know what that means, the usual school drama. Another student, sporting blonde hair, is sitting at a table. He seems like he's either part of the group or just chilling out, waiting for things to unfold. Here, we have a face-off between the blonde and another character. There's silence, but you can almost hear the gears turning in their heads. It's one of those awkward silence moments. The blue-haired girl is also in silent contemplation. She looks like she's got something on her mind, maybe trying to figure out this whole group project vibe. Our glasses-wearing hero lightens the mood, commenting on the somber atmosphere. He's trying to break the ice and get everyone out of their funk. Finally, we have an introduction. Baek-Yusol steps forward, making his acquaintance known. This could be the start of some serious teamwork or a hilarious mess. Meet Kasahun and Ma Liwan, two students caught in the whirlwind of academic stress. They introduce themselves with a blend of enthusiasm and apprehension. Aiselle Molf makes her entrance with her sky-blue hair and a voice full of resolve. She's ready to take on whatever challenges come her way. Our group of three finds themselves in a bit of a bind. With a sigh, they realize their group is, in their words, screwed. The dreaded Professor Mason enters the picture. Known for her tendency to give bad marks to disliked students, she's a force to be reckoned with. The anxiety is palpable, but a glimmer of hope appears as they think about the alchemists from the Alchemy Castle who will assess their practical exam. The students ponder over the situation, contemplating whether to give up, but a flicker of determination keeps them going. Despite the odds, they realize that Professor Mason can't single-handedly doom their grades thanks to the external assessment. Kasahun and Maliwan share a moment of realization, their expressions lightening up as they decide to face the challenge together. With newfound resolve, they decide to give it their all. Their spirits lifted, they prepare to tackle the task ahead. Aiselle Molf and her companion share a knowing glance, ready to face whatever comes next with determination. In a world where the sky looks like a teddy bear convention, our two alchemists, a brown-haired dude and a blue-haired girl, are caught in a moment of humph and contemplation. They're tackling an assignment involving a D-vitality potion, and they seem to think it's a piece of cake if they play their cards right. The duo's lab coats are all business as they chat about gathering ingredients, a key step in their alchemic journey. But then, the million-dollar question arises, who's going to grab the tail of a fire lizard? Our brown-haired protagonist, with a face full of mystery, volunteers to take on the daring task. He's all like, I got this, but there's a catch. It's alchemy, after all. In the world of alchemy, fresh is best, especially when it comes to monster corpses. It's like a farm-to-table concept, but with a bit more fire. The blue-haired girl's inner monologue kicks in, as confident, but can I trust him? Fire lizard tail? Brown-haired guy's gears are turning, plotting a plan to make it happen. And just like that, he's got a plan, drop-shipping the fire lizard tail. It's not Amazon Prime, but it'll do. The scene opens with a student who is called by his professor. The tension is thick as the professor asks the student to deliver a message to the C Group first-year alchemy students. But hold up, there's a catch. Team 12 is off the list. In the eerie silence that follows, the professor's face remains obscured, maintaining an air of mystery. The student agrees to the task, albeit reluctantly. As if the stakes weren't high enough, we learn about the alchemy practical exam, a do-or-die moment for aspiring alchemists. A misstep here, and it's game over for their alchemical dreams. The professor, still shrouded in mystery, calls out Baek-Yusul by name. There is a hint of vendetta as the professor promises to show this student what it means to mess with a professor. The scene ends with an ominous sky, hinting at the impending showdown between the student and professor. In the middle of a wide schoolyard, our mysterious girl stands with a staff, looking like she's waiting for something big. The air is thick with anticipation. A voice breaks the silence with a simple commanding word, flame. The suspense is real, y'all. The girl turns her head, her eyes meeting a guy who's got something important to say. This looks like it's about to get interesting. He hands her a note, saying it's an alchemy announcement. But wait, there's more. She's not supposed to spill the beans to other students. The girl nods, accepting the note with a casual, thanks. But you know there's more than meets the eye here. The guy adds a sneaky little detail. She's got to keep this hush-hush. No gossiping in the hallways, folks. Our heroine processes the info, wondering how she'd explain all this if she just blurted it out. This secret's got layers. She's not just talking about any students, but specifically Team 12, where Baek-Yusul is. Who's Baek-Yusul, you ask? Stick around. She ponders her next move, questioning if the powers that be think she won't react. Oh, she's got plans! The note's all about a change in the exam potion from D-Vitality to Tyran Point. Sounds like someone's messing with the syllabus. The girl suddenly has an epiphany, her mind racing. What's she figuring out? You gotta love those lightbulb moments. Her expression is focused and intense, gears turning in her head. Whatever she's planning, it's gonna be big. If Baek-Yusul knows the original novel, hell be prepared for this incident, right? The scene is set with suspense as we dive into a world of magic and intrigue, papers fluttering with strange symbols. He's got a prep, not the tail of a fire lizard needed for the D-Vitality potion, but the italic spider scales for the Tyran Point potion. Someone's clearly got their potion game on. Our mysterious lady in blue, rocking a serious look with her paper in hand, seems to be pondering something deep. Her resolve is as tight as the grip on that paper. She crumples the paper with a decisive yes, ready for whatever test lies ahead. You can feel the tension in the air. This is the moment to test that guy. The stakes are high, and the challenge is set. Somebody's about to face a serious trial. Enter our brooding young man, his golden eyes reflecting the weight of the situation. He seems to be the one under scrutiny. The lady, her face partially obscured, stands firm, holding on to her resolve in that paper, as if it's the key to what's coming next. A serene transition into a calm, snowy backdrop. The plot thickens, leaving us on edge. Asura Scans is your go-to for the fastest releases, keeping you in the loop with this gripping tale.